Hey everyone, 30 here, and welcome back to another episode of Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, the Royal Navy campaign. So I went ahead in time, and we have now the Mark V 4s. So I just went ahead and built up the Renown class. And this is it. Might adjust that range a little bit, because that's pretty short range. Bring it back up by one tick. Oh, we're overweight again. But yes, so this is going to be our Renown. Plenty of anti-aircraft guns to dissuade any enemy aircraft from doing strikes. So that's that. The exemplars finished their refit, which is always good to know. Uh, yes, I believe they did. Check over here real quick. 2 months. No, actually, it was the other battle cruisers, the Dominions. Uh, the exemplars are almost done, and then we'll probably lay down the Hood class immediately. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then I'm gonna start with fleet organization while we're sitting here. So let's go ahead a couple months, get those done. Advanced quadruple turrets, nice. Taking orders right now. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. Instead, improve relations with the United States. Yep, alright. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna move the exemplars, probably split them, and assign a couple of them to the Pacific Fleet. Yeah, you can have a tormentor. Should be like 3 months left. Alright. Yeah, the Volage class should have been out of service years ago. The Dreadnoughts need to come out of service. So, start working on that here in a second. Let's get the other battleships done, then we'll lay down the Hood class. We're going to build 4. I think. Okay, one more month? Nope, one more. Let's see. No. All right. How long before they're done commissioning is the other question. Recommissioning. Okay. Let's see. I need another mustering point. Guess it's gonna have to be Portsmouth. Okay. I'm gonna move this entire fleet to Sunderland, and I know that doesn't make sense, but just give me a second. I just need to be able to see what I'm working with here. So I can start organizing fleets. I'll only take a turn anyway. Big guns. What is this? 16? 17s. Okay. In Portsmouth, King George V, Prince of Wales, go there. You will be joined by Royal Oak and Revenge. The battle cruisers, uh, Dominion of Canada and Commonwealth of Australia. '20 destroyers. No, cancel that. The Orford class. La 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 la. These 5 of the Avenger class. You will take Agincourt and Rorke's Drift as the commander cruisers. And then we'll go from there. You are to dispatch 2 battlecruisers, Exemplar and Empire, to join the fleet out of Portsmouth. Let's go into ship design. Perth and Carlisle's. They're older, but we're going to keep Perth's need to be taken out of service soon. 1908 design? I think we give him one more refit, and then we need to replace him. I think we're going to be able to give him one more refit before we gotta get rid of these guys. They've been in service for a long time, but I think it's almost time for them to exit the fleet roster. Mm, that's excessive. Mm, Get that aft section way down a bit more. Not quite sure how to do it. Maybe we lose a 6-inch gun? Hmm. She had 4 dual 6s. Now she'll have 3 6-inch triples. So better secondary tower. What is this? Secondary tower 3. Dual barbette tower 3. Hmm. Get that instead. 2 triple launchers. Okay. Little sneaky 2-inch guns. Then um hmm. Is there any way I can get this to fit without? I wish I could put a gun up here, because that's logically where you would put one. Mm, we'll do that. More of a patrol cruiser now, I guess. Sure. And then I guess the Carlsile would be the next logical step. This one should be, in theory, a much easier refit. Sort that on the quad. 40, 42. Graphical bug. Okay. She would have torpedoes. But I think we just stick back to the angle complex funnels. Maybe a dual torpedo tube somewhere. Try to sneak one in if we can. It's going to be hard to do, that is for sure. Well, that could work. Now we just gotta put a bunch of two-inch guns. You do not have underwater tubes, which is a shame. Alternatively, we refit the Carlsles into like an anti-aircraft like cruiser. Like the British, I think it was the Dido class. And we just made them like solely focused AA cruisers. Of course, there's no aircraft in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, but I would imagine that's probably what they would do. The Purs are older, but they're still able to keep up, so they can be a sort of escort class, and then the more modern, or the Perth class is the older class. They're more of a relic, but Having a dedicated anti-air cruiser isn't a bad idea. I think that's how they would go about the natural evolution of things. Have a dedicated anti-aircraft cruiser. So that's how I want to design this. Maybe. It's such a shame. That would have been perfect. I'd imagine here they'd have like maybe aircraft facilities, but for us, just making an anti-aircraft mounting. How on earth am I going to balance this? Of course, it's going to have radar, it's going to have RDF, it's going to have top sonar, it's going to have top rangefinders. Hmm. Oh, we can do 32 knots. Okay. How am I going to do this? Don't have that much wiggle room to get more quad mountings down, I don't think. Hmm. Thin out the deck a little bit on the fore end. That'll work. Any aircraft cruisers? It's not bad. This thing is just gonna shred anything it comes across, just with HE shells, but I'm certainly not complaining. My back hurts. Are gonna need new cruisers soon. So I think that'll probably be the next objective for us. All right, so it'll be about 7 months. And then I think I'm going to go ahead of time. So I'm going to pause and I'm going to go ahead of time and then I'll let you guys know when they're done. Okay, we're back. As you can see here, all the light cruisers are done refitting. And I wanted to bring you guys back just very briefly because the dog is howling. He does that when he can hear the sirens. You guys can't hear it, but it is loud. Really? We already have a... Let me look here. Um, Actually, we won't do Rodney. I think we're going to do that as a separate ship. I just got to figure out. Do Fisher. We'll do. Do we already have a Nelson? Or we're doing that as a separate class? Because the Nelsons might be the one I'm thinking about with the all forward guns. They're battleships. Yeah. Only 37,000 tons. 3 triple 16-inch guns. So I guess we'll build the Nelsons separately. We'll do Drake. And then we'll do who's the admiral that chased down the fleet off of what's it called? The Falklands. Oh wait, no, I got an easy one. We can just do Jellicoe. Okay. These all be built in Scapa Flow. Alright. With that, I'm going to end the episode here. Next episode, I think we're going to try to hopefully get a new light cruiser design ready to go. And then continue with the fleet organization. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next one.